Terrence Cole. I'm a professor of history and northern studies at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. And we're standing down here on the Taku parking lot where all around us students are building their stockpiles of wood for the annual bonfire. Now this is actually one of the university's oldest traditions. It's a combination of several traditions. The oldest is the freshman bonfire, and you hear the stocks of wood that are just being unloaded here. Back in 1923, it started when President Benel had this symbolic idea of the torch of knowledge, the passing of the torch of knowledge. By 1924, it had become the freshman bonfire, in which essentially it was an initiation program where the sophomores initiated the freshmen, and it was sort of a war between the sophomores and freshmen for a week leading up to the lighting of the bonfire, and then the sophomores tried to destroy the freshmen's bonfire. So this, essentially, that went on for decades, until in the 1950s, the miners, and combined with another tradition, the miners came up with an annual costume dance around Halloween called Starvation Gulch. So really, this is a merging of the dance costume party of a imaginary place called Starvation Gulch, which was the college, and the freshman bonfire. And smoking behind me actually is the remains of one of the bonfires that some rascally students set fire to last night, which they weren't supposed to do. So that's truly in keeping with the origins and spirit. What they're burning now, of course, is mostly pallets and plywood, but in the old days, like I said, there really was only one bonfire, and and many times the structures were 50 or 60 feet tall. Now I think they have a limit on it now just for safety reasons, but that's more like what the early bonfires were like. It was just like scrub brush and black spruce trees that they managed to collect, but they also burned tires. There was accelerant, sometimes like fuel in it. Any kind of junk they could find were thrown into the pile. So it was really a toxic, towering inferno in the early days. Actually, I have here President Benel's initial toast in 1923. Here's to the howling Malamute, most liked and licked of all the brutes. Consumers of everything made to eat, from fish and fritters to pickled pig's feet. In life you worry the mushroom man, in death you fill a labeled can. It's terrible. Now by the ever-blazing log, to you allegiance I pledge, hot dog. But anyway, and they offered for years, decades, the university presidents that followed would do this symbolic lighting of the torch of knowledge from one class to the other. And even in the 1950s, they used to put an effigy of the student class, the senior class president, on top, and he would go up in flames. So anyways, the oldest university tradition going on this week, and it's just wonderful to come out and be a part of it.